F.Harold presents for putting this whole thing together. So tonight is stand-up and sketch comedy and improv. My show is going to be improv comedy, which means everything that you see is going to be all made up right here and in the moment. You get to see it be created. Has anybody here never seen improv before in their entire life? Anybody? You've never been to a live improv show before? What's your name? Andre, nice to meet you. My name's Matt. Would you like to come join me on stage? That was the funniest response I've ever heard. No, thank you. Andre, are you sure?
Absolutely.
You absolutely can do it. Join me on stage. Okay, so that's my first no. Is there anybody else here who is not also themselves an improviser and would care to join me on stage? Anybody brave enough to raise your hand? Anybody else never seen improv before? What's that? You can pretend. Have you seen improv before? But
Yeah.
so you're kind of familiar, but you want to come up on stage.
Yeah.
Why don't you come up on stage? What's your name? Nick. Nick, I am Matt. Nice to meet you. Another big round of applause for Nick. So off in the light. Nick, my name is Matt, and this is Matt and you're the and we're going to do an improv show together. It's all going to be made up here on the spot by us, and it's all on me to make it good. So you can do or say anything you want, and you can try to mess me up if you want. Everything that you do is perfect, and it's all on me if it sucks. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. What brings you to the show tonight?
I had a friend perform tonight, actually.
So you've seen them perform before, but you're not a performer, or you are?
Here and there.
Here and there.
Dancing music too.
Okay, great. So we'll break into song in the middle. Good. What do you do for a living? If it's legal to say so.
I teach the LSATs.
So it's not legal to say. Teach LSATs.
Yeah, I teach the LSATs.
And that's lawyer SATs, or is that
In order to get into law school, you have to take the LSATs.
law school aptitude tests?
Yeah, law school admissions test, I think. I should know what that
So you
stands
probably
for.
should. And other than administering really, really hard standardized tests and seeing friends perform and doing occasional musical theater, anything else about you that we should know?
Next week I'm graduating from an MFA program at Northwestern.
It says that your name doesn't change when you get a master's.
No.
Like when you get a doctor, you're like doctor, whatever your last name is.
Yeah, actually, when I went into my thesis review committee thing, they're like, "Congratulations, master," and I said, "Well, I was already a doctor before, because I have a law degree." So I was like, "This is kind of a step back."
So you have a JD?
Yeah, I do.
But you're getting your MFA.
Yeah, I'm as many as possible.
So what are you going to be doing with your MFA?
Screenwriting. Yeah.
I thought it was interesting to go through becoming a lawyer and then deciding that you want to be a screenwriter. It's something. You can at least write, scripts about law.
Well, actually, I tried to write a script about law. It was very good.
Screw it.
No.
Yeah, just make it up off the top of your head. That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what Nick and I need is any word or phrase, and I want you guys to think about it, and then I'm going to ask you to yell it out until I can't hear and you're loud and obnoxious, and then I'll ask you to shut up by raising my hand. Okay? So any word or phrase on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Severity.
Night. So Matt and Nick present night. Crow flies at midnight.
I'm sorry, what you said?
Crow flies at midnight.
You got another one?
Swan sleeps silently.
No.
I have smuggled microfiche.
Jerry?
Hey, Mike.
How you doing?
Good.
Really good. What's your...
I've been working out.
No, I didn't mean that kind of good. I mean, you
Oh, I've been wearing makeup. You look good too. You look really great.
Well,
What have you been doing?
well, nothing. That's kind of the great thing about it.
It was just great.
Well, yeah. It's the,
I have always thought so.
Alright. What are you? Why are you bringing your hands? Like,
I'm nervous.
What is? Why?
This is my first murder.
It's not what you told me you'd done this before.
Well, you know, I lied. I'm a bad guy. I lied. Kill people.
I should have thought about that in asking you if you would commit this murder with me, that you would have done bad things before. Now,
Yeah, totally. I stole
Yeah.
a candy bar once, and then I killed this lady. And you were like, "Good job, Jerry."
you know, it's, in retrospect,
Why?
I feel like I should have known that these things were going to happen, and now they're happening, and I'm not prepared.
Tonight's the night. Tonight is the night.
Yeah.
I pop my cherry.
Oh.
You know, I go all the way. You and me.
That's a gross
I mean that I'm gonna kill this lady.
No, why didn't you just say it that way? You didn't have to, you know?
Well, I'm thinking of getting into script writing.
Are you sure you want to do that? It's not really a lucrative field. Jerry, why didn't you become a lawyer? I mean,
Well, I was already a Supreme Court justice. Kill this lady and then write about it. Like OJ.
right.
Come on.
He was not arrested for that. He was arrested for stealing.
The rest for stealing, like, you know, from a comic book convention, you know? It's like Al Capone getting, tax evasion, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't ask. What will he come up with next? You saw the movie
Which one?
with Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a grim specter of night perched on the perch. Nick was chewing gum. And he thought, I hope the specter of death and decay doesn't reduce the flavor of my juicy fruit. Nick stepped forward and said, I love juicy fruit. And then Night, immortal, became a man. Came up to him and said, got any gum? Nick began signing. His death. He signed. Do it again. He signed clock, train, paper, vomit. The specter of night knew exactly what he wanted to do. He became a bat. And Nick got on. And they flew and they flew. I agree. At some point,
Yes.
we should build a bridge. I'm liking this. I'm liking the camaraderie. I'm liking that we both look like George Washington. We're able to sustain the dual nature of that. Neither of us is one-upping each other. And,
Oh, this is a very egalitarian effort that
Yes.
here.
yes, we're true partners.
Yes, we're symmetrical almost. Here, but
Now
now we're symmetrical.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing that we found this gum out here.
I know. Here in the area where the River Kwai is.
That's east of most places.
East of Eden.
East of that's a different popular culture reference.
True, it is.
Can we change positions?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Now, but like I was saying,
I don't like it.
Why?
I like to say that I'm ambidextrous, but I'm really just right-handed. For you, are you a lefty?
Well, wait a second. When you tell people you're ambidextrous, how do you what do you do with your left hand to prove it? That's like I tell girls that I'm ambidextrous sometimes to impress them.
Right, how do you prove it?
I
We're both thinking the same. It's like, sure, you can do that.
level
It's like,
playing
no,
field.
it's
Like, you're not better than I am.
No,
I'm
up
not.
and down. It's like,
No.
gross.
So Saturday, you were in the restaurant, and then you weren't in the restaurant. Am I understanding that correctly?
That is correct.
All right. When you were in the restaurant, why were you not out of the restaurant?
What a great question.
No,
You phrased that so wonderfully.
interrogated a while.
I know I'm heading to Sing Sing, but you should stop being a lawyer, stop cross-examining, and start writing poetry.
Usually people start as interrogators and then become lawyers. They take the LSATs. It's a rigorous exam. It has 4 different sections.
So I'm not under oath?
Well, no, I mean,
Am I not under oath?
everything you say can and hold on. Can and
These doodles in the margin! It's like Leonardo da Vinci's homework! It's like Albert Einstein doing whatever, but in the margins coming up theorem after theorem!
it sounds like you're
Is this me?
No, that's the other guy who was in here before you that I had to put the drain cleaners in and everything.
My twin brother who you killed.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Vengeance will come.
Impressive for someone who's, in a chair.
What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? Vengeance will be mine on you!
But look, I can just do this.
Don't, no, wait.
Yeah, right. Where's your Messiah now, right?
What an amazing pop culture reference.
Well,
For like 60 years ago.
I wasn't always an interrogator.
No.
I used to work in television.
Right.
Ah.
You were a waiter. That's what they say. That's what guys say when they're trying to pick up chicks. When they're a waiter.
And
I work in television.
I use both hands.
Yeah. Yeah, I got him. socks here. Oh, got him. Have a seat. We know that you hired a man to kill a lady.
No, we were working, he said it was his first time, and he wanted to pop his cherry. I didn't know exactly what he meant there.
You knew what he meant.
No,
I knew exactly what he meant.
But,
Are you wearing socks?
I have an arch problem. I have to let him loose sometimes. It's not a funny thing. It's a true thing.
I'll write that down in your chart so when you get sent to prison, you only have to wear weird, fancy socks.
Is this another prison scene, Matt?
Yes, it is, man. Let me just pretend.
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah.
I popped her eyeballs out. It was like, night, night. Betty, bye. You're dead.
Why?
You won't be seeing things, so it's like darkness.
Why would you say why? That's such a bizarre thing to say to someone when you're taking their eyes out. You know?
Well, like I said, it's my first time.
Yes. You never forget your first time.
Did I do it okay?
Oh, she's dead. I mean,
Yeah, but you know, I
accomplished, right?
could have done it wrong. I think there's a margin of error that's pretty sizable.
No, there's no margin of error. She doesn't have a pulse. You win.
Right, but that cheapens it.
No.
I was really excited, and you know, it could be like, hey, you technically did it, but
it's a pretty low baseline. You either you kill him or
there's
you
all kinds of ways that a cherry can pop. You know, you want to do it the right way.
You did. I mean,
I killed her, but
you did.
did I do a good job?
Well, how much? I mean, did she suffer?
No.
Oh.
Oh, was she supposed to suffer?
Yeah.
I thought this was a mercy killing.
No.
Oh.
No.
Now I feel really stupid.
She stole my novel.
Oh.
I hired. I was angry. I didn't want. You really fucked that up.
Yeah, I made it really peaceful for her. I got really excited when the eyes popped, but she had the smile on her face.
Why was she smiling?
There was scented candles. I had given her a foot massage.
Why would you massage if you're gonna kill her?
I
You're
took-
gonna just tense up anyway. Don't you know anything about rigor mortis?
No!
What kind of first-time killer are you, Jerry?
I told you I'm a Supreme Court justice.
B minus, Jerry.
Got a B minus?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Why? It's better than a C.
Technically.
Regularly.
Well, yeah, it's better than a C.
Metaphorically, too. I mean, it's better than a C. On every way. In every way.
Yes. Obviously. Weird non-shoe socks sale. Special discount for people who choose stupid careers. If you're wasting a degree, I've got weird arch support freaky socks. Thigh high here with you.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten that security deposit.
Right. Well, I'm the specter of death, and
Yeah, I know. I mean, but like, what if what if the bathtub overflows? This is what happens. Like your friend calls you up, like
I don't have friends, okay? I'm the embodiment of evil and fear. I'm turning into bats while you're sitting on the couch.
only $600. It's not like I wasn't asking for
money.
Friend. This is not a hard thing.
It's hard when money means nothing to you and you've lived for billions of years.
Wouldn't that make it even easier? I'm not.
Well, if I'd been saving.